Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you done, I came up here to draw water. Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested? All right then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Has your life taken a turn? Do troubles beset you? Has fortune left?
Howdy. My name is...
Welcome back to the program. This is Mr. New Vegas, and I hope...
Let me see what you got. All right, now. We're gonna go on over to that campfire. Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to... Well, I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
What the hell is your problem?
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. We figured he was just in shock. So he's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill. You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him. Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. Thanks. If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Good Springs. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gang. He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor by accident, and it hasn't been working since. They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say... That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be. I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me. Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before. It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy. It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was. Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in business. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Prim, unless they're in desperate need of supplies. There's always something interesting going on, but the biggest news has to be the coming... I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't over... The New California Republic's got the most power, and they do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me... Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their... Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that. Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done. You're welcome. So can I get you?
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me? Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. Yeah, he doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the... I'll have a much bigger problem once... I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own. We'd just end up sharing the same grave if it's just... Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been So what's going on?
Feeling thirsty? Another satisfied customer.
Hi there, sticking around. Say no more. I'm in. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo, but I know his type. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly... If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folk... I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra... A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight with... I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at... Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. Sure can. Take the road. NCR patrols do a good job of... Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old... If you want to take a shot at it. Oh. Well, go ahead and keep the stuff I hunt geckos, mostly. The meat's... I also help keep the town clear of rat scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always... Sure, what do you... Southeast of here is Prim. Can't miss it, since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They might... I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there. Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about... Stick to the roads when you can. The new California Republic. They can be right pushy, but not that I got a choice. Well, the wildlife, for one thing. They're protecting their own. Just, they've been holding off. Got a funny name. Called... I hear rumors that's a... But maybe that's just something... If you want to know any...
Yeah. Too dangerous. Gonna kill all yourselves. Bad trouble.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard, I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even if you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of... Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gang. You made your point. I can provide people with some leather armor. And, it's all about quantity over quality. Trouble is, you'll be cleaning and fixing. Weapon mods are things like... Special ammo includes things like... There's also hollow point bullets, which have the... If Ringo doesn't head out on his own... Don't mistake that for coward talk, though. The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical... The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up north. And... Give me a shout if you need anything else. Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most... If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to... Word of advice.